Hi everyone, my name is Ashlee, your Bioderma skincare expert. Welcome to a Minute of Skin Coach session. In tonight's video, I am going to talk about the 8 common sunscreen mistakes. And the reason behind I would like to talk about this because maybe some of you who are a little bit not happy or maybe quite frustrated about the sunscreen that you bought. Or maybe some of you who are thinking how this is happen. The sunscreen that I bought is really good, and according to the label and packaging, it's gonna protect my skin, but it's the opposite. I am burning and I still have a sunburn. Maybe some of you who are thinking, no, this product is not really good. This product and all these frustrations. Now, I do understand your frustration and I can relate when you buy something, it doesn't really deliver the promise that you are expecting. And this is the reason behind why we are going to talk about the 8 common sunscreen mistake, or maybe 8 common mistake that you do whenever you are outdoor. Now, the main reason why this is our topic for today is because I think this is very important to create awareness or idea or knowledge how you can protect your skin from the harmful UV rays. Now, you may probably think why this is our topic for today. I've been working in the pharmacy for more than 15 years, and it is very common for us to hear a lot of complaints, frustration, and of course blaming the product. And one of these concerns is that, oh, the product is not really good. Oh, I'm sensitive skin. The product is not really good. It didn't really protect my skin from the sun. How it happens, I bought a sunscreen protection with a high UVB and UVA and still I am burned. Now, all these complaints and all these concerns, I think this is the right time for me to express. So going to that concern, this is the reason behind why I would like to vlog this. Now, wearing a sunscreen should be one of your top priority, whether it is summer or winter. It should be one of your priority. It doesn't matter where you go, whether a short trip or long trip outdoor. It doesn't matter if you go to the beach or to the park or to just drive around. It is really a must to wear a sunscreen protection. And of course, if you can wear a sunscreen protection for a daily basis. And of course, SPF 30 is a minimum. And of course, at the end of the day, I highly recommend it still that you wear an SPF 50 because nowadays, especially in the summer, the sun can be really aggressive and intense. So wearing a proper sunscreen protection with the highest SPF, it is a must to protect your skin from the UV rays that can really harm your skin and also promote a premature aging. Now, sunscreen protection should be one of your top priority, and the best way for you to not escape from your sunscreen protection is just imagine your sunscreen protection, place it right next to your toothpaste so you won't forget wearing a sunscreen. Because I tell you what, if you are wearing sunscreen protection in the long term and you do it in a regular basis, your skin will be very happy and your skin will actually appreciate that. And this is the reason why I would like to raise this topic. Of course, at the end of the day, it is our job to help you in your skincare needs, really help you and let you understand why you're having a sunburn and also why you are having a hyperpigmentation. Now, are you ready to know these 8 common sunscreen mistakes? So let's begin. Now, number 1, you're not using a sunscreen all year around. Do you know that wearing a sunscreen protection in a regular basis, perhaps all year round, shielding your skin from the sun should be your top priority if you want to have a healthy skin? And whether it is summer or winter, you must have or you must apply sunscreen protection all year around. And this is mainly the common mistake, one of the common mistake, because some of the people, they are skipping from wearing sunscreen protection, and also they didn't manage to wear a sunscreen protection all year around, because as you all know, hyperpigmentation, it doesn't come immediately, it comes a little bit slowly. And if you are always exposed in the sun, as you all know, sun can be actually a trigger factor why you have a hyperpigmentation, especially when you have a sunspot. So wearing a sunscreen all year around is very important, so do not blame yourself if sometimes you have a hyperpigmentation. Ideally, wearing a sunscreen protection, you must apply 20 minutes before, and at the same time you must reapply after 2 hours. Now, number 2, you might actually using a very low SPF. I am talking about sun protection factor, indicating the level of skin defense from the sunburn causing UV rays is very important. An SPF should be at least minimum 30 SPF and should be used in a daily basis. To be honest, nowadays the most recommended, if you really want to get the most benefits of the sunscreen protection, ideally and highly recommended, at least go for SPF 50, especially if you go long hours outdoor. Now, number 3 is lack of broad spectrum. I am talking about a sunscreen protection that is lacking of protection pertaining UVB and UVA. Only use a sunscreen with broad spectrum because it is very important. When you say a broad spectrum coverage, it means that it indicates the protection you can get from harmful UVA. Now, when you say UVA, this is the ones that is causing spots or wrinkles and possibly a skin cancer. And also, when it's UVB, it is led to a sunburn and of course also skin cancer. Ladies, our skin is exposed in 2 types, the UVA and the UVB. So it is really very important to check your product if it is a broad spectrum. Now, number 4, your sun spray has a shortcomings. Now, for those who are using aerosol spray, do you know that aerosol spray are very convenient? I totally agree. But also, they will not cover your skin evenly. So, if you are using a sunscreen protection, you must be very aware that when you apply this aerosol sunscreen, it doesn't really cover all your skin. Now, I'm not saying that you should not use aerosol. In actual fact, aerosol are very ideal when you want to do a touch-up. I am talking about when you have to reapply sunscreen protection. But ideally, if you want to really to protect your skin from the sun, the best thing you should do is you must apply a sun spray, which is not aerosol. I'm talking about the spray that you have to apply all over your skin, and then if you want to touch up, then you can go for aerosol spray. Now, be very careful about the aerosol spray as well, especially all this mist. You cannot apply them directly into your face because this chemical content, when you inhale it, is not good for your health. That's why ideally, when you are using an aerosol spray, you have to spray it first in your skin, especially in your palm. Then you can apply it in your face. But applying it directly in your face, it is not advisable. So again, wearing an aerosol spray, it is another common mistake for sunscreen protection. And the best way for you to really to wear an aerosol spray is you have to use this one as a touch-up. Now, number 5 is you aren't using a sunscreen protection more often or extensively. Now, application, it isn't done as one task. As I mentioned earlier, you have to reapply sunscreen protection every 2 hours. So it's not like that you apply sunscreen protection and you think that sunscreen protection has a higher SPF, then it's gonna do all the job. No, you have to reapply the sunscreen protection every 2 hours. No matter what is the SPF content, if it is UVA 15 or UVB 15 or 20 or 30 or even 100, you must reapply every 2 hours at least. Especially if you are in a direct sunlight, you must reapply your sunscreen protection every 2 hours. Now, there is one thing I would like to highlight. It doesn't matter if you have a dark skin or fair skin. When it comes to sunburn, it doesn't have any choice of ethnicity or a color. You can still be a subject for burn. It doesn't matter if you are an Asian, American, Hispanic, or whatever, African American, still your skin can be subject into burn. So be mindful, you have to reapply sunscreen protection every 2 hours. Now, number 6 is you aren't taking other precautions. Now, protecting your skin requires more than sunscreen, especially for those who are sensitive skin. Consider sunscreen protection clothing. Consider wearing a hat is very important. Considering taking an extra cloth for you to protect your skin from the harmful UV rays is very important. Now, any kinds of fabric that is really going to protect you from the sun or it's going to provide you some UV protection is very important. Now, aside from the clothing, now also try to consider the timing. Try not to go out in the middle of the day. I am talking about from 10 to 3 p.m. because that is the time where the sun can be so intense, can be so aggressive. So make sure that you are avoiding this time, and if you are still going outdoor, make sure that you have all the precautions. Now, number 7 is you have to check if your sunscreen is sweat-proof and water-resistant, especially when you are swimming or when you are sweating. Or also sweat-resistant depending on the activity, applying it for 20 minutes as I've mentioned. And also if you are doing some sport activity, it is very important that your sunscreen is waterproof and sweat-resistant. Now, number 8 is you are skipping wearing a sunscreen based on your skin tone. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter if you are pale, if you have an olive skin, if you have a dark skin, you must consider wearing a sunscreen protection in a proper manner 20 minutes before, and you have to reapply every 2 hours. It doesn't matter if you are dark skin or pale skin, although most of the pale skin, especially the white skin, you need to reapply, and this is very important for you to wear a sunscreen protection. And please do not skip, because you have to bear in mind that your skin is more sensitive in the sun. You can get easily red, you can get easily burned. So for those people who have a light skin tone, pale skin, please do protect your skin from the sun, because your skin can be really vulnerable for the sun and you can get easily burned. And I'm not saying that only you guys, but also for those people who are dark skin. Again, when you're wearing sunscreen protection, you should not skip. You must reapply, and don't think that you are dark skin and you're not gonna get burned, you're not gonna be subject into skin cancer. All the rays can have a sunburn, and also you can get a skin cancer. So it really doesn't matter what ethnicity or what color or what phototype you have, you must reapply sunscreen protection. And as I mentioned earlier in my previous skin coaching session, People who have a dark skin, they can get easily tan, and also they can get easily hyperpigmented aside from burning. So it is very important. You should not skip wearing a sunscreen. It is really a must that you really need to reapply. And for those pale skin, you know that you have more sensitive from the sun. You know that you can be prone for redness or irritation or allergies. So please do not escape from sunscreen protection. You really need to reapply sunscreen protection. It is a must. It is very important. So now you know what is the 8 common sunscreen mistake. I hope you learned from this video. And if you are new into my channel, I appreciate if you give me a like if you appreciate what I'm doing. And also you can subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will be updated in my latest video. I hope you find this video informative. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any question, I appreciate if you can write your comment down below. See you next time. Have a nice day and see ya.